Thermal Sound Wave.
It's Thermal Sound Waves, the natural alternative to fast food radio.
Yeah.
We are here. C-Truth, Kev Lawrence, that's what it is. We have a guest that's joining us right about now, whom is legendary amongst the circles of fashion.
She's an OG. She's very humble, but she's an OG.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's one of the hidden OGs, the ones that, not like Tracy Morgan that's out there, we just showed OG that's in front of everybody.
Right.
She's behind the scenes.
Right.
She makes people that are stardust and turn them into stars.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt. Joining us on the program right about now, Thermal Sound Waves, C-Truth, Kev Lawrence, we have none other than Miss Tex W. Throw up the W.
The dub.
Hello. How are you, gentlemen?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm not going to complain. I will not complain.
Where are you representing? Where are you coming out from?
Well, right now I'm in Harlem.
Okay.
But I am born and raised in Long Island in Bayshore, between Bayshore and Islip in Long Island, Suffolk County.
Oh, you up there? Okay.
Long Island, strong
yeah,
island.
My mom is still in Bayshore. She's still out there.
That's right. Now, Islip, isn't that
That's
like Paris, PMD, and all them from out over that way?
Right. From Brentwood. Exactly.
Oh, yeah, Brentwood. That's right.
Yep.
Was Rock came up there
same
at that
area.
time?
Rock came
He
from
was
Wine
from
Dance.
Wine Dance.
Wine Dance.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
A lot of people came from Long Island.
Long Island doesn't get the props that is due, and there's a lot of legendary people that have come out of Long Island.
Yeah,
So,
Public Enemy.
Yep. Absolutely.
A lot of us.
The Murphys.
Yeah. Keith Murray.
Yeah, that's
right. a lot of us from the island. People tell me I'm from Harlem now because I've been here for like 20 years. But there's nothing like Long Island in the summertime.
That's right. So you be on the boats out there.
That's what it is. Yeah. She's showing off. She's showing off. Yeah. She was showing off. There's always shores around here.
My mommy's still out there, so
Jones Beach and all that type of stuff. Yeah, they're showing off.
Be on the yacht.
Just a little.
The yacht
but
club.
Thank you so much, Kev. You threw me off because, as you said, I just kind of, you made me go back and look at my resume. That's one good thing you did. You definitely made me go back and look at my resume.
The thing about it with people like yourself, if you know, and people like you are not really trying to make people know. And you live
doing the job.
You do your job. You don't want
right, and I love my job.
So tell everybody about the resume, and then we'll get into specifically what you do. So tell everybody a little bit about some of the people that you've worked with that many other people know, the stars.
Well, I went to FIT. I always like to make that clear that I do have a fashion background.
Fashion.
So, I did the whole thing, throughout the garment district when there was a real garment district. And back in 96, my very first video was the Fugees' Killing Me Softly. I was good friends with Sister Soldier's husband, and he was styling, and I was going to assist him. He had to travel with his wife. So I ended up doing this video with the guy that I was dating at the time. I had no idea what I was doing, but I made it work. And that kind of rolled into me doing Killing Me Softly. I did Ready or Not. And then they brought in Tamika Foster to do Lauren because I was just doing the two guys.
Gotcha.
And it was a good mesh. And it was a really good mesh. So I went from there and I ended up becoming Wyclef's personal assistant. I did, different videos, here and there with different people. But Guantanamera, No, the remix with Destiny's Child.
Oh, wow. That was their debut. They break out.
Yeah. Myself and Andrea Lieberman, who was responsible for the green dress that J-Lo had on with Puff, she and I did that video together. I was traveling with Wyclef, and she was my anchor man. Andrea held me down on that video. But that was a lot of fun because they were new. They were new girls. That was a lot of fun. And, let me tell you something. What's so great about it, Kelly, I used to be the fashion director of BET also. And when they would come to BET, those two young ladies always stopped by my office and spoke to me.
Now, which two young ladies so people know exactly?
Beyonce, I'm sorry, Beyonce and Kelly.
Okay.
So wait, what about Michelle?
Michelle.
And
I didn't know Michelle. I didn't know. I never worked. Yeah, I didn't know Michelle. I knew the other two, but I never see them. But because I was at BET and Kelly and Michelle and Beyonce were, really moving around at that time. And that was just like, wow, they've never had to do that, but they always stopped and spoke to me.
Now, we want to make sure we get this correct. What years of BET are you talking about?
Say it again.
What years were you the main stylist at BET?
I was at BET. I was the fashion director there. I left there in 2013. So 2007 to 2013. So I started
Prime
out
years.
at BET, as wardrobe supervisor.
Wow. So you
And
was
then-
there during the Bob Johnson time.
No, I was there during Stephen Hill time.
Correct. Okay.
Right.
Okay. But those were still those times right there where
Yes.
budgets were flying and a lot of theatrics.
Yeah, 106 and Park was popping. That was Roxy and Terrence. So it was, and then then we had Black Girls Rock. So I was
Right.
costume designer on Black Girls Rock.
Who's that? DJ Beverly Bond?
Beverly Bond, yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out
love
to her.
Beverly. Love Beverly. It's always so good working with her because it's such good energy.
Now, how did you get into fashion? I know, obviously, you studied it. You got a degree in it. You went to school for it. But what led you down that road? Was that something you always had a passion for, or is it something that you discovered along the way?
Something I always had a passion for. I never wanted to do anything else but fashion. And I was going to school, and it was what I wanted to do. But my thing was always, I'm one of the first things smoking out of Long Island. And
Right.
there was a girl that I was going to school with, and she was going to this Saturday program at FIT. I had never heard of FIT. So I ended up going there because of this young lady.
Gotcha.
And it kind of, just kind of rolled from there.
And for people out there that don't know, FIT, that is Fashion Institute
of Technology. I'm sorry.
in Manhattan, New York.
Fashion-
It's a well-known place. That's where a lot of people, they said, listen, I'm going to go ahead and go 3 blocks over on 28th and try and get some garments and make things work. Yeah.
Yep, wholesale district, go up the block a little bit. You have the garment district.
Now, how did you get your first, very, very first job? And what was your very first job in fashion? I know you were talking about BET. Was it there where you worked first, or was it somewhere else?
Well, if we go back to garment district, my very first job, I worked for this company called Itemize, and I was a receptionist for $199 a week.
Okay. I mean,
That was my first job in the city. In the city, that was my first job. My first job in Long Island in fashion, I worked in Macy's.
Okay.
So you was spraying people down with perfume. You like to smell this perfume? Get this mist out of my face.
I was in the young men's department.
Oh, they had you posted up there.
Yeah, I was in the young men's department.
One of those
the lady
associates.
Yeah, you want to buy this? I definitely want to buy it now. Looking at you.
One of those, you need this, and then you need this with that, and you got to put this over.
Next thing you know, you blew your $199 a week you made.
And then the cash register's ringing, and her commissions
I
is
love working with
bouncing
men
off.
because it's like, man, you guys, it's so, I'm not going to say it's so easy to please you guys because you guys definitely know what you want, but it's for me, I just get more joy in dressing a man. I love dressing women, but that's my thing. The suiting and the ties and the pocket squares and the cufflinks and a really dope shoe. That's my thing.
Wait, hold on, wait. Hold on. So, you caught that, see? She said
a
really dope shoe. Now, what is your heritage, your background? That is some real dance hall turn right there. Shoe, not shoes, a shoe.
I saw her leaning when she said that.
Yeah, I think I saw a Heineken bottle somewhere
leaning
or a red
towards
stripe. A really dope shoe. It's called shoes, okay?
Now, see, if you guys could have seen me, I had my hands going too when I was talking when I was saying it. So,
Oh man, but definitely. I mean, I get where you're coming from, and I can hear the passion in your voice just you describing the whole experience of doing that. So you had Itemize, you had Macy's, and then when did you get to doing the stylings of like the musicians and the videos and all that?
So my career, and I tell people this all the time, my interns like from BET, they all call me Mama Tex. And I tell them my career was a fluke. I was in the right place at the right time. Killing Me Softly was my first job as a stylist.
That was a big.
And how did you land that? Like, what was the situation?
So that was the situation with Sister Soldier's husband,
Oh, okay.
Mike.
Got you.
Yep,
Got you.
that was that situation with her husband. And I clicked with them, and I maybe like they did a show at the Apollo. They needed some clothes, so I got them stuff for that. And at the time, Pras was kind of like the spokesman. He kind of controlled everything at that point with looks and, you know, introducing and meeting people and kind of moving and shaking with certain things. So I did that. And then a couple of weeks later, I got a call to go to They want me to come to LA to do all their PR stuff.
Wow.
Which was like, oh, okay, I got to figure this out.
So
you know?
not only did you do assisting, but you also did PR in addition to styling, and so you had to
Macy's at that time.
wear multiple hats.
Well, at that time, I was only styling. In the very beginning, I was only styling. So I was like getting them stuff and here and there. And then once things started moving and Wyclef started popping, I was assisting him anyway.
Right.
And then I became his assistant and I was styling him. And then it just got too crazy. So I was just his assistant.
That was doing the staying.
I've had a really great career.
That was during the staying alive times.
Oh gosh.
Yes, yeah.
Hook up,
yeah,
hook up,
yeah,
Hannah, book
yeah,
up, book up.
Exactly. I did that video, that Guantanamera with Celia Cruz.
Yeah, I remember those times. That was like that's a legendary album.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great time.
And
that was
Rest
great
in
time.
Paradise, Celia Cruz. You know? And she also had that song which gave Cardi B that big hit not so long ago. I like it like that.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Shout out to Cuba.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
So
go ahead.
no.
We ain't stopping you. You flowing right now. You got a lot.
Okay, so
I do, and like I said, you made me look at my resume again today. So
right. So who else was on there? You had BET, you had Beyonce and Kelly and Wyclef and
Denzel Washington.
Now
for the cover of Essence magazine.
For Essence, legendary.
Wow.
Legendary. So, and covers for all that, for all those who don't know in fashion, how important is a cover of a magazine like that?
Cover.
You're speechless.
Well, you know why I'm speechless? Because I have to be honest with you, I can't really say for right now because there are so many stylists out here that they are so dope, man. Cardi Stylist, like I'm bad with names. Cardi Stylist is dope. Like I give credit where credit is due. Like these young kids are like, so I don't know if covers still matter to them as much because there's so much social media and there's so much visual. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure if covers still matter to them. But I know for us back then, oh my gosh. I remember Fuji's did Us magazine and I didn't get credit for it. And I was upset. That was like my first magazine. It wasn't even a cover, it was an inside.
Right.
And their publicist couldn't understand why I was upset. And I said, because this is like my first time.
And that's a major magazine.
Yeah, you know. So when we did Rolling Stone, you know, I brought all my stuff, my urban stuff, and the photographer's boyfriend had all this high-end stuff. He had some really dope stuff. And, like, we put looks together, but it was almost like they kept it separate. So when that cover, they said to me that they didn't want to give me credit. And I was like, I want credit. I literally fought for that. And they said, well, you'll have to go after him. I said, I don't care if you put me on the rib of it, as long as I get credit for it. Right. And it came out, they had my name behind his, but guess what? Every single piece they had on was what I pulled.
Boom.
Tommy Hilfiger, Todd Oldham, every single piece was what I pulled.
Tex Dub.
And for us, that was huge. That was huge. It was, number one, it was the Fugees as a black band on the cover of Rolling Stone, you know?
That's historic.
Historic.
That's historic right there. No doubt. It's Thermal Sound Waves, the natural alternative to fast food radio. We are here. C-Truth, Kev Lawrence. We're talking to fashion stylist Tex W, a.k.a. Tex Dub.
Tex Dub.
Hit us up 347-454-1278. Email us thermalsoundwaves@gmail.com. So before we ask you about some more people on the resume, let's talk about what the job duties entail for a stylist. Like what, because people see the glamour, they see all the results, they don't know what the actual job is, though. Tell us what the job is of a stylist and what you have to do like day to day.
The number one thing is remember that you are not your client. This is about your client. So
what do you mean by that?
You have to take your personal feelings out of it, and you can't take it personal because your client doesn't like something that you pulled. That's very difficult. People think that's easy, but that's very difficult to separate yourself from the fact that someone doesn't like something that you pulled. So that's the main thing, because that comes across in your whole fitting. You know, if you're feeling a way about something, it comes across in your fitting. Have some contact. Have showroom contact. You need to, when you get a client, you need to be able to let them know that you can pull without them having to come out of their pocket. If you can't pull without them having to come out of their pocket, you're not a stylist, you're a personal shopper.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Very distinct, very important note right there.
But, you know, people don't know. People just think they have no idea. So we need a person like you to teach the people.
Yeah, you need to have those showroom contacts. And, you know, it's a little difficult now. It's a little difficult now because of COVID. But what makes it easier for like now versus back then is that you can go online and all you have to do is click into contact, and more than likely they have a PR contact, a PR/marketing contact. And that you just send them an email, let them know what you need showroom contacts. Not going to Bloomingdale's and doing 20% studio services. Your client's still coming out of their pocket and you're not going to pay for it.
And for the people out there that may not know, because there probably are people that don't know, what is a showroom?
A showroom is where a brand has, they're usually a season or two ahead where they have their line, let's say like spring 2021 is hanging in the showroom. Like we're showing fall now. So we're doing sales meetings for spring. We're showing fall because COVID pushed everything back a season. So in the showroom is where you're going to have your complete collection for that current season and probably for a few prior seasons. And you're going to have your buyers from your retail buyers from your stores who will come in and buy for their stores.
A couple more things. What is the approach when you're styling someone or a client or so forth? Do you have a theme in your mind already, or do you like meet with them and you discuss a theme? Like how does that whole thing work?
Meet with them and discuss with them. You know, are they doing an event? Is it a video? Is it a photo shoot? Get the feel, you know, for exactly what it is that they're doing, the location of what they're doing it, the look. You know, you kind of feel what their look is, and you go with what they want, but then you can't be afraid to mess up. So you get other stuff that will go with it. So you don't want to just be a robot and just get what your client wants. Sometimes you gotta kind of go for it and pull in some other stuff that you like, that will work with what they want.
So take a chance. Which could
take a chance.
Which would wind up being like some very, very like a trend or the new look, and you're like, yo, who did that?
Exactly.
That's
but it's about listening. It's about listening to your client. It's about paying attention to what they want and what they need. You know, if your client tells you that they wear a certain size, but you know that they really don't, get them their size that they requested, and then you get them another size. And if there's a way for you to hide sizes, do that. But if you can't hide sizes, don't even let them see it. You just let them try the garments on. But you make them happy. You pull the sizes that they requested, and then you have your stuff, you know, the stuff that you know is going to work.
So if I tell you,
if you're good, you can look at somebody and tell.
So if I tell you I wear a size 40 in pants, but I'm really like a 55, you're still gonna get the 55 though, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's like, at that point we might need to have a conversation.
But I want to fit into them. You know what I mean? Like they're painted on. So I'm saying, like they're painted on. No pockets though. I can't put my wallet in nothing.
Oh man! So who are some of the other people that you've worked with along the way in your career?
I worked with Puffy. I worked for Puffy when he was on trial.
Oh wow!
Yeah, this was probably about a year after I stopped working for Wyclef, and he was on trial, and so I worked with him and stayed through that. I was in the office through that, and he was acquitted, and I actually resigned because at that point I really wanted to style. I didn't want to be anyone's assistant. I wanted to style. I wanted to be out doing fashion, and he created a fashion assistant position for me. And yeah, you know, at that point in my career, I wasn't going to tell Puffy no. You know, so that was dope. It was always fun working with Puffy because Puffy's a fashion guy. You know. So it's always fun working with him, you know, with magazines and sitting in meetings and, you know, shopping and getting him dressed and talking about fashion.
So, okay, you're there now, like you did Puff, you did Wyclef, all that. Who was your favorite?
Damon. I did work for Damon Dash as well. I ran his office when he and Jay-Z were breaking up. So I broke down the office, got us a new space, got us in the new space.
So you was working with Rachel Roy as well?
Yes. Well, no, I didn't work with her. She worked in our space. I just worked for Damon. But we were all together in one space.
And you also worked with a famous brand that goes back from a long decades and is still prevalent now, which is Starter.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes. Starter is
Remember
my brand
DJ
right
Jazzy
now.
Jeff? You had the hat. You got it. First, you bend the hat.
I had Starter jackets, so I remember Starter jackets.
I had the Sixers jacket.
I had them. So
you know what? Shout out to everybody out there in the Bronx at Sousa Junior High School across from Edenwald Projects. Some people had to put their starter jackets in their book bags because they know it was shopping season outside. Oh man, I feel sorry for some of them people, and thank you to my big homies that made sure I was good coming home. Because walking home past them projects, whew.
That is funny.
So what did you do with Starter?
So Carl Banks from the New York Giants, two-time Super Bowl winner, owns the license for Starter, and I am his personal assistant and brand advisor. I run all his stuff with Starter, and then he's got a G3 Sports by Carl Banks, and then G3 is a multi-billion-dollar company that owns a bunch of brands: Karl Lagerfeld, Calvin Klein, Andrew Marc, a whole bunch of brands. So with Starter, I do marketing, product placement. I don't know if you just saw our Black History Month jacket that we did with Ty Mopkins. This is our 50-year anniversary. So we've got some different activations going on. So it's going to be a good year. And then we're ending out at Super Bowl in LA next year.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Now,
we've got some dope stuff going on for LA. We've got some really hot stuff for LA.
Do they still have like the hard to find stuff for Starter? Because like I was looking for like a Syracuse one.
Oh, the Cuse.
Oh, like, Syracuse is hard. Syracuse is always sold out.
I can never.
Satin is always sold out.
Never get that.
Crazy.
I had one of those like a while back.
What size do you wear?
Large.
Let me see what
40.
Wait, see, you got the connection. She said, "What size do you wear?" You heard it? She said, "What size?"
I've been looking for that for like over a decade. And like, and she knows, like she said, it's hard to get those. So like that one's hard to get.
Dub.
Yeah.
It is.
About
the orange.
Did you go to Syracuse?
No, I didn't. But
I went there for football camp.
That was my.
Oh, my brothers went to Syracuse.
Oh, that's what's up. I was supposed to go there, but I never made it up there. But the team, the basketball team was like one of my favorites. I used to follow them like all the time. So
Carmelo
like
Anthony.
I had like the gear and all that. Yeah, like all of them.
Okay.
Anthony.
I'll check and see. It's always sold out. It's always like T-shirts or something that's left. But I will check and see what I can find.
That jacket was so
that
dope.
That jacket, the Giants and the Jets and the Eagles jacket was always like ridiculous.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yeah, I like the Giants one too.
Yeah.
Now, everybody out there, do not blow up my phone because we got the OG Connect.
Don't get at me.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got her number, but I'm keeping her for myself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So we'll wrap this up because I know you got other things to do. So besides the stuff that you're doing with Starter and Carl Banks and with G3, what are some of the other things that you're working on right now?
Well, my son has a line called Rough Civilian, which is an urban street brand. It's really dope. It's sustainable. Everything is made with, it's all recycled. It's like denim pieces, leather pieces, it's hoodies. sweatshirts, all customized. I also have a line of home goods called Love Tex, which is all paper mache.
Oh, really?
Bowls and trays, and it's all like rough and rugged looking, almost like stuff you would find on a deep sea ship.
Oh.
Yeah, really, gold trays and, amazingly beautiful pieces women would lay their jewelry out on, or, a man would lay out his cufflinks, coming home from work, throw the change in the bowl. Really dope stuff,
Right.
Yes, it's something I do. Yeah.
So
you have to get the visual.
where can they get that? Like your son's line and your line with the home goods and stuff like that?
It's at rough_civilian, and with mine, I need about 30 more days.
Okay.
I need about 30 more days, and then I'll be ready to roll on that.
Okay. And before you roll, what message do you want to give out there to young stylists that's trying to be on the come up?
Oh my God, just like be hungry, like let it be your passion, like really let it be your passion, and then you're gonna love it. Like it's fashion is so great, and it's so different now for these kids. And like I'm like, oh my God, they have so much at their disposal. Take advantage of everything free. Build your career on it. And no, seriously, because there is so much free stuff out here that you can, like, you're paying all this money for. You can pay $3.99 for an app and edit your own pictures. You know what I mean? Right. There's so much stuff out here that they can do. Just be hungry. That's my main thing, is have a passion for what you do. Love what you do. Life is short. Be happy. Love what you do. Support your friends. Like, each one teach one. I know that's so corny, but like, if I do something, like, be the person. Put your hand out. Bring that next person up. Bring that next one up with you. That's why I have such a good relationship with my interns from BET, my former interns, because they call me Mama Tex. I love them all. They have children. I check on them. They know whatever they need. They need letters, they need whatever, I got them. They need to talk, I got them. And that's the main thing, is that these young kids, male and female, they just want somebody to listen to them.
No doubt, absolutely. Well,
they want somebody to hear them, what they're saying,
Right.
So any stylists out there, they reach out to you. I mentor, I talk to them all the time. I help them out. I make them work too, because, I had to work for what I wanted to get, and I make them work too. But I love talking to the young kids and guiding them through their careers. No doubt.
Absolutely. And I'm sure they've gotten like a bunch of jewels just from what you've dropped with us here today on the program. So definitely.
Thank you guys for having me.
Let people know, if you're on social media, where they can get at you, Instagram and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, it's real simple. At TEXW, at TexW on everything.
Okay, that's what that is.
Call a text dub.
No doubt.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for taking the time out, for doing what you're doing, and I'm gonna hit you up for that Q's.
Yeah,
I got you.
I'm trying to be in this commercial. Like, what's Splendid though? Like, stop playing.
You guys look for a package soon.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Text
up. We're going to make the new starter commercial. I'm up in there, though.
No doubt.
All right.
Absolutely.
All
right, Tex. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Take care.
Good night.
Yeah. It's Thermal Sound Waves, the natural alternative to fast food radio.
Thermal Sound Wave.